All right. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Zomentum's Product Studio, Episode One. Now, this is a series of episodes that we're going to be keep running on a regular basis whenever we are going to be launching any kind of product or or workflow related feature releases. Right now, I'm Nelson Anthony. I'm with Zomentum for about 6+ years. I think I've spoken to not all, but most of you, right? But yeah, joining this the panel with me is Saurabh, our product manager who handles Zomentum Grow, right? He works across the CRM, the CPQ, the AI workflows. He's focused on improving the quoting, payments, and also product workflows for Zomentum MSPs and SMBs as well, right? Now, we also have Srabana from our payments team. So she's a product manager. She leads the payments team by itself, right? She's got wide experience working with SaaS related teams and industries, and she's comes with the embedded fintech background, like financial services. So that's exactly where she is in the right place. Is what I would call it as, right? Now, quick promise before we begin. This won't be one of those webinars wherein we spend 25 minutes on slides and rush through questions at the end of it. Now, we are spending this entire session inside the product, right? What this basically means is, over the last several months, our team has shipped some major updates across both Zomentum Grow and payments, and today is really about showing you what's changed, why we built it, and how MSPs are actually using these workflows in the real world, right? Because honestly, most MSPs workflows today is still it basically involves multiple quoting versions, manual edits, someone uploading the wrong PDF sometimes, and finance teams chasing invoices like it's their second sales pipeline, right? So focus has been reducing friction across that entire process, from proposal creation all the way to getting paid, right? We'll keep this interactive throughout the session with questions and answers and with polls as well. And yes, roadmap questions are also absolutely allowed. So let's jump into Grow, right? So let me introduce Saurabh. Is one of the biggest pain points that we hear from MSPs is that proposal creation still feels fragmented, right? Teams are jumping between spreadsheets, PDFs, vendor exports, and old proposal versions. Trying to keep everything aligned is next. It's not a reality right now, right? So that's exactly why the Grow team, led by Saurabh, is focused heavily on simplifying the proposal workflows, improving collaboration, and introducing AI in practical ways that can save time. Now, joining this session is Saurabh, the product manager from Grow. So yeah, Saurabh, handing it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Nelson. All right. So I'll quickly walk you through two of the biggest workflow improvements we have been building in Zomentum. Firstly is the complete rebuild of the new editor. And okay, let me just share my screen. And secondly is our AI-powered import code feature. Both are focused with a single objective to help the MSP create client-ready proposals much faster and way less manual effort. So let's just dig deep into it. Starting with a new code, new editor.
Saurabh, could you share your screen, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Simon from the audience has raised his hand. I will wait. Simon will get to you in a couple of minutes. If your question can wait, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Saurabh, we can continue, please.
Got it. All right. So let's just start with a blank thing. All right. So firstly, talking about the new editor, we built the complete editor from ground up based on directly your feedbacks. We heard the same things repeatedly, that editing felt restrictive, collaboration was difficult, formatting took too much of effort, and larger proposals were very difficult to manage, and especially coming to the version history part. So we'll walk them through step by step, starting from, give me a minute. Let me just copy some text for Word. Let me So first thing, as we knew in the old editor, we have to always follow the old digit block system that was editing system. So now what you can do is pretty much you can just go generate a proposal. You can follow whatever format you want, and that's it. Like you don't have to wait for anything. Like you don't have to wait for any formatting restrictions. You don't have to follow any of the block system. Everything works in a free flow writing. That's one thing. Like no matter what flexible coding you want, everything goes in the single natural flow writing, just like Microsoft Word. And now talking about the AI era, we already support AI assistants. Let me just give you a short demo along with a description. Say you want to generate a code, whether you want to rewrite a content, summarize something, improve wording, or generate a quick draft, everything you can do on our AI assistant. Like say, generate a proposal for an MSP dealing with cybersecurity. So yeah, you just go insert the code. First thing to notice, there are no blocks right now. Everything is just like free flow natural writing. And suppose you generate a content, you're not happy with the content, you can just anytime go select it. You want to edit or review it, you want to change the tone, you want to summarize, change the tone to style, business, legal, journalism, you want to translate into any language, everything on a single go. Or say, suppose now coming to organization, as this was one of the pain points from our customers, that when we build very lengthy codes, it becomes pretty difficult for us to manage it. No more worries for anything. Everything now in the new editor is accessible with the forward slash. All you need to do is press forward slash, everything comes on your fingertips, whether it be editing a new blog, adding code block, merge fields, everything on the go. Same way, to organize such lengthy contents, we can anytime go and press table of contents. What this does, it automatically generates a table of content based on your headings. So user can instantaneously jump across systems, across sections instead of endlessly scrolling. And
Wow, this is really nice. Like, I love this part of it.
yeah, and everything is navigable. Like you can anytime go to the end section. You don't have to completely follow page numbers and all. So that was one thing when it comes to natural writing as well as organization of the content. But also, still, this was not satisfactory. Like as many of our customers requested for, we need collaboration features, which includes, I want to see if two of my sales folks are working on a single code. Are there any tasks pending? Are there any internal comments? So for that, we have introduced certain collaboration features, starting from internal comments. You can anytime go select any of your team folks, ask them to review it, ask them, assign them any task, like say, please review it, and the mentionee will receive a notification as well as an email. And no matter how many folks you include in the thread, they all will be receiving the notification so that no one miss what's the take and everyone stays on track. Along with that, so that you always have a complete preview, you always have a full screen view so that you can keep editing the document, and at the end you can go through all the comments one by one and resolve them so that
So,
nothing gets.
a quick comment here, if I may add. Right. So earlier you were talking about the tone of the document, right? We also mentioned that it can also be set to a legal term,
Exactly.
legal tonality. I personally work with a lot of MSPs who want to have a tone which is completely legal binding, is what if we call it, right? And even law firms use Zomentum. So this basically was also very helpful for legal firms and also MSPs who are generating proposals, and which involves a lot of legal terms as well. So yeah, I think that's a very, very good addition.
Yes, pretty much you can summarize, edit in whatever format you want, whatever tone you want. So yeah, coming back to collaboration side, we already support internal comments. Along with that, another feature to keep in track, which was the main feature all guys have been requesting for, is the version history. Let me just give you an example of that. So say I remove this section, or maybe I just change the tone of this section. Say, let's say direct. So it will automatically propose, just keeping those things shortened. These are a few changes, and you don't have to always multiple times go and manually save it. You can always go to the version history, and we always save every edit made by whom. So you see here, as you can see, whatever is the reduction is in red, whatever is the upgrade addition is in green. and whoever made the edit at whatever point of time keeps track. Like that can be your multiple colleagues also, and whoever subtracted it, it can also keep track of a quoting. And say you want to restore any quote, like say this one, you can always go to restore this revision, and that will automatically keep track of, will restore that version.
I
So
think I've seen this in Google Docs. If I correct me if I'm wrong here.
yes, pretty much same. We keep track of versions, and you can restore audit anytime. So nothing gets missed, and you always have track of your audits. So
All right.
that's one thing. Along with, natural free flow writing and organization, collaboration, internal comments, we also support co-authoring. Now,
Okay.
when you see multiple users on a document, you will be able to track them, what user is working on what, and same goes for other document users also. So you know who's working on the document simultaneously along with you.
So, for example, I would know as to what my you know team member, or like if I'm the manager of the organization, so I would know what my sales guy is quoting, and I can basically collaborate with him as well in terms of understanding what needs to be added on the quote or a proposal or a contract or an agreement.
Exactly. That's one
Okay.
thing. Also coming to few minute features that were built along with it. Most of our customers have been requesting for custom margins. Like, we have different sizes of page because that can be marketing collateral, PDFs, and, different marketing assets. So now we give you the full liberty, whatever margins you want, like whatever. You can just go and edit everything on your own. Like say I just adding top margin is 12, bottom margin is 12. Now you will see changes in the page size. You see, it reduced the page size. So you can go and build whatever canvas you want to build. And there's no limitation besides your own thinking. Same goes for assets. You can now directly go and link assets to it. You can paste iframes, everything with a forward slash. You see everything with a forward slash. You don't have to go and manually drag drop things. Also,
Mhm.
like if you're say you're using Microsoft Word or Google Word, we now also support import from Word. Any document from Microsoft Word or Google Word, you can directly import in the document, and that will be completely properly formatted. I'll also come to that point. I'll demo that thing also for you. But now, say you don't have templates, you don't have to worry about creating them. You just go import your templates from Doc or even Word. And even if you don't have templates in Doc and Word, we will also show you an AI builder that we built recently.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So before we get there, so are you saying, like, for example, if I'm a new MSP who signed up with Zomentum and I don't have enough time to kind of sit down and redesign all of the templates? I've got a couple of templates, but importing them into Zomentum and then kind of to sitting down to redesign it is going to be a time consuming task. So are you saying I can directly import them as a Word document inside here?
yes, definitely. You can directly go import Word, import the document. That's all. We take care of everything. All the
Oh,
formatting, everything remains intact.
okay,
All right.
cool.
Also, one of the new features. So earlier, as you guys might be aware, we used to allow saving of certain block systems. That can be image, that can be text, or that can be a code block. But now going forward, like say, I'll just add few things for reference to make it a bit more complex. Like say, let me just add some, no, I mean, add a screenshot. I can go right now, select everything I want, everything that includes the code block, that includes the image, that includes the text, table of content, and I can just go and click on save. I can save the whole layout as a single component. I don't have to create pages again. I don't have to create sections again. I can pretty much create all the reusable blocks in a single go, and that will take care of everything. Okay, doc name must be unique. My bad.
That's okay. It's one
Yeah,
of those things that happens on
yeah,
when
yeah,
you're demoing it to the customers.
yeah.
So
Perfect. Yeah, we saved it. Now let's just try it. We already have a saved block ready. We just need to drag this, and you see it's already here. You see the code block is here, the text is here, the image is here. So now you can go on, create whatever formats, layouts you want, and you don't have to worry about anything. Now, before proceeding towards the next feature, uh, I would like to start a poll. Like Nelson, can you just enable a poll for me? That
uh,
how do you guys manage your vendor codes as of now? Like I'm assuming that it takes you a lot of time, like MSP constantly receive vendor or distributor codes in a different formats, and that can be PDF, XLS, spreadsheets, and then you have to manually go and create those codes inside the Zomentum. So yeah,
can you give me 1 second.
sure. Let's check it. All right. Anyway, like meanwhile, I'll just start focusing on the demo of that. So let's say you have a code right now. All you need to do is that no matter whatever be the format, it can be a spreadsheet, it can be a Word, it can be a PPT, HTML, .eml, or even a screenshot. I'll just show you a reference for right now. Like say this is a Dell code. It's a Dell vendor code. It has 3 products. I'll use this for reference. I'll just save it. So all you need to do is whatever be the format of your code, just go and upload it. If you don't have vendor code, just take a screenshot. It can be an invoice also. You just go upload it, and we just don't allow you passing of the importing contact. We also allow you to manipulate the content or add instructions. Say you want to change the name of the products. Say you want to add a margin to your vendor codes, which you have to do currently manually. So once the document has been updated, our AI system automatically extracts the product SKUs, quantities, pricing, and structures everything into a clean code. Like for right
Wow.
now, I added a instruction set name into file. Say I want to include 0 value items. I want to group products by MPN. You don't have to just rely on these prompts. You can just manually go and type whatever you feel like, and you can also add images. Once you click apply settings and import, that's all. It takes certain time because we want to ensure that the products are imported with a high confidence score and we don't miss on anything, because obviously when it comes to quoting, the chances of error should be the least,
So,
next to
Saurabh,
zero.
is there any limit for the number of line items that can be imported?
You can import from 1 product to 5,000 products in a single go. There's no limit to that. We
Okay.
have handled properly. So as you can see here, so the confidence score is 95%. It's a complete summary of what we imported along with the instructions that we added as we formatted the name to SKU plus MPN. So you can see here, the name has been updated, everything has been updated. And once you're satisfied with that, all you need to do is add to code. And that's all. So a vendor code, which used to take 20 to 30 minutes earlier, is now a matter of seconds for you. So that's one thing. And basically, just the same thing, like we wanted to build this feature so that we can focus on eliminating the manual work and speed of the coding process. Now, combining all of this, like the new editor as well as the import to code feature, if say you don't have any templates, you don't have any vendor codes, you just want to create a proposal. We have a create with AI feature. All you need to do is, we already have some predefined prompts in place. You just enter whatever proposal you want for whatever client and whatever resources you want to add. Like here, I just added a comprehensive proposal for disaster recovery. I can just go on, choose a client, choose a recipient, and that's all. It will ask me questions so that we don't hallucinate. As you know, that's the major issue with AI. It will
Yeah.
ask me, what level of questions or what level of service I'm planning to offer. Like what are the critical systems and data that need to be included in disaster? I would say backup. What is the data recovery objective or recovery plan, safe scenario for it? I can just enter whatever strategies I want. If I don't have anything
Hmm.
and I just want a framework on which I can work on,
Yeah.
so maybe like data backup.
When are all these fields mandatory, or we can just skip them as well?
We can skip them. It will
Okay.
already automatically create an outline for you, and you can just
Yeah.
make few tweaks. You create on generate outline, and you will see a complete outline defined for you. If you're satisfied with it, go to generate document. If you still feel there are things missing, you can always regenerate a section.
Okay.
I click on generate document, and you will see with all the features of the new editor as well as of the AI import capabilities. Now you can generate pretty much everything. So yeah, let's just see this. So yeah, images loading, you see even the merge tags are in place right now. We already have an introduction section. We already have current infrastructure assessment, everything in place. And now the more you add the prompting better, the more better the code will be generated. And
Okay.
just to be on the safe side, it's a public LLM. We are not using any of the private LLM data right now. So rest assured that you don't have to worry about the data thing. So you can see, and you can just go around. You want to tweak
I
any
think
data.
that's a very good that's a very important question that you answered.
Yeah.
That what's the LLM behind it?
Yeah. And further, if you want to make tweaks, just go around and change the content. So yeah, pretty much these are the few features which we implemented recently on the Bros end. And yes, listen, yeah, now let's talk about the upcoming features.
Yes,
We can just,
I was just gonna talk about that, but let me go ahead and share my screen with you, right? Um, Before we talk about that, right? So, what happened here is, what I like here is basically these, the ones that that you look on the screen right now. These are all the requests that came in from our customers. There's hundreds of others, but the most important ones are these were not hypothetical requests. These were real customer problems, version controlling, formatting issues, multiple users editing quotations, manual workarounds, right? So that's a lot of what you're seeing today came directly from you guys, like the MSPs, which basically means that we listen to you, right? So whatever feedback, whatever feature request that you guys are asking for is never is never forgotten or ignored, right? It's always there at the back of our head, right? Now, yes, Saurabh is going to talk to us about what our roadmap looks like and what are the exciting features that we may expect.
All right. So beside as we know, we are in the AI era right now, and we also wish to expand across different geographies. So the feature which we are focused on right now includes firstly multi-currency. You can going forward create and manage codes in multiple currency within a single account so that you can expand your business across different geographies. Secondly, billing codes, as this was one of the most requested feature. You see billing codes, material codes, we will be implementing it across all the PSAs so that we can ensure accurate accounting and reporting. And now I was talking about the AI field. We are going to build our own MCP server so you can interact directly with Zomentum workflows. And also we are going to launch an Zomentum Copilot by which you can, automate all of your repetitive tasks with just single prompts. That can be prepare a summary for a quarter, prepare a code for so and so client with these services and products to be included. So our objective is to make and remove all the restrictive workflows for you and make coding faster for you. So yeah, these are the
That's nice.
workflows we are building next.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much, Saurabh. What's interesting is that getting a proposal signed is usually only half the battle. I think most of our MSPs on the panel, or in fact on in the audience, can relate to it, because the next bottleneck to it starts after sales, right? What happens after the customer says yes? Now that's where the payment delays, invoice follow-ups, and manual reminders and starts flowing in, right? And that slows the teams down, right? End of the day, companies run on revenue. So now we are shifting into payments. Now, joining us for this session again is Srabana, the product manager at Payments. She's gonna help us walk us through with all of the new features that we've released on Payments. Srabana, over to you, please.
Thank you, Nelson, and also thank you everyone for joining today. Let me quickly go ahead and share my screen and give you a quick demo of all the new features that we have made and what to expect in the days coming ahead. So a very repetitive ask from us was regarding partial payments. We have been listening from all of our users that for a given invoice, if it involves milestone billing, the payment needs to be completed at different milestones once every contract is getting delivered. So we did go ahead and deliver that. So right now, I'm going to give you a quick demo of how this is working. So right here, I have an open invoice, which is created in the QuickBooks from the integrated accounting tool. And let me walk you through the process. So here, I'm simulating the payment process that your payer usually goes through. So on the first checkout page, we have made certain tweaks. So initially, if you remember, we were having the invoice PDF showing up, but now we're going to have the invoice PDF embedded, rather a complete drill down of what the invoice details are, what's the outstanding balance. And the best part, your clients will now have the option to pay either the full outstanding balance or pay a custom amount. So let me go ahead and make payment of, say, $50. Continue to payment. And as you can see, after this particular installment is paid, it shows that the remaining after this is $490. So with every subsequent payment, this will keep on updating. Now I'll go ahead and quickly complete this payment. Now, once the payment is collected, you would always receive the receipt, and you can download it as well. So it will take just a couple of seconds. Yep. So the payment is successful, as you can see. We have also revamped our receipt format. And
Well,
you can
so Rana, I should say that that was one of the most magical credit card numbers that I've ever seen.
yeah, that's Zomentum magic. We have it with us for all our demo purposes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, so here is the receipt. You can download it, and also this will get automatically emailed out to your peers. Now, moving ahead back to Zomentum, let me go quickly close this. So the moment I hit refresh, you would see the status changes to partially paid, and you can click on the invoice timeline and view that the first transaction has been completed. Now, here comes the deal. So your clients, again, they can have the option of revisiting the same invoice email that you have sent out. They can complete it through that same Pay Now button. But if you feel that you have the details of your client and you can just go ahead and do a collect now, you can do that as well. So this is, yes, this is you as an MSP going in. And now if you can see, the first payment that was made is recorded here. Similarly, all the subsequent payments will keep on showing as and when the payment keeps on happening. So now I choose to collect the full outstanding balance to continue to collection. I have the card saved in, collect, and done. That's it. It's as easy as that.
Perfect. I think this also kind of syncs back to your accounting systems
Right.
seamlessly, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yes. So
Perfect.
with every transaction that's happening, all these transactions are being posted to the QuickBooks or Xero as a payment, and it keeps on getting applied towards the invoice automatically. So right now, as we can see, the status is paid. And if we check subsequently in QuickBooks, the invoice would also show as closed.
Hey, Srabana, I was really interested in generating the payment link section. Can we jump over to it, because I think that's something that that's been heavily asked right now.
Right. So let me just quickly take a moment to explain the thought behind payment links. So we have also received a lot of queries around overhead charges, payments which need to be taken immediately, but doesn't really involve the document or invoice at the moment. So we understood that cash flow cannot be bottlenecked. So we went ahead and created payment link. So you can go ahead, create any payment link, put in a description, say charges for installation.
Okay.
Yep. So here the client option is locked because I am within a client page itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and create a payment link. Now, by default, the payment links are live for 60 days. So the expiry date will always default to a date later than 60 days, but you can go ahead and choose any date within that time frame. So I choose this. And side by side, on the right-hand side, you can see this is reflecting all the payment link details. So this is going to be on the checkout page. Now, here we have understood the diverse needs of our clients, and we went ahead with two options: either to generate a payment link and share it across in your personal channels. It could be an email, social media channels, could be anything. Or the second option is generate and send an email. So Zomentum comes with a stock email, which is available in the My Configuration section. It will automatically send out the payment link, and your client will just get a Pay Now button. So now here, for the sake of simplicity, let me just go ahead and create the link. And each of these payment links are one-time use. So every payment that you're taking using a link, it will automatically flow into your connected accounting tool. It'll stay there as an unallocated payment. And you can have the invoice created at your discretion. That's particularly something that your bookkeeper can do. But let me quickly walk you through that. So I have just made my payment. Now it's the same checkout page. Then going back here, this is my client demo day. I will quickly move into books, give it a refresh. Yep. So here is my unallocated payment, which is showing unapplied, $30. So all I'll do is go ahead, quickly create an invoice for the same amount.
So, Srabana, while you're doing this, I think one of our audience had asked a question regarding auto collect, right? I
Right.
think this is basically where that also answers the question wherein you can partially collect a payment on an invoice, right?
Right.
So that the rest can be kind of diluted into different installments, if I may call it.
Yeah, definitely. So using a payment link, you can always go ahead, collect the first installment, as I say, and then moving ahead, you can create a recurring invoice and get the next installments auto paid through us. So that's
Okay.
always there. Yeah. So I have my invoice, I have my payment, and I'm just applying it towards the open invoice, clicking on yes, done. All your books are balanced right now.
That's lovely.
Yes, it's as easy as that. Now, quickly coming over to the next part. Now, all these funds that are coming in, you're taking payments from all your invoices, documents, links. It has to land somewhere. That's where our payouts page comes in. Now, we have been getting all these requests from our customers that the previous payout page was more monolithic. It just had an available balance, but we understood the requirement. So now we have tranched it into 3 separate cards, as you can see. Your upcoming payouts card is the most important because it clearly shows all the transactions, all the fee deductions and additions, and the net amount that is going to be paid out to you. And here you can clearly track the next payable date. So no more coming back to support and asking that, hey, when is my next payout going to be? Because your answer is right here. So we have made it pretty easy for you. And incoming transactions is mostly regarding the ACH or direct debit transactions, which are in flight, which are processing, might take around 2 to 3 days, the standard banking timeline to get completed. So you know that the funds in the incoming transactions will eventually hit your bank, but right now they are in flight. And that's what constitutes your available balance. And yeah, the payout section stays the same. You can always click on view deposit and view this within your accounting tool. Now, the very new addition is the audit logs. We understood that keeping track of real-time cash flow is very important. So with every transaction that's getting completed, that's adding to your balance, you will see a credit happening in green. And every time there's a payout happening where we are paying out the funds to you, your balance typically drops to 0 at that point. That's red. So you can always check the description that the payout has happened successfully. And right now your available balance is 0. And from there on, again, as you keep on doing transactions, your balance will keep on climbing up. So
that's nice.
Yeah, so that's all for payments and
yeah,
Nelson right now.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that detailed demo, Srabana. I wanted to personally understand in terms of what's coming, what's on the roadmap for payments.
Yes. So immediately in the next couple of weeks, we are going to launch resurfacing safe payment methods, which has been a very important task from our customers, that the clients have to go on and add the same bank account over and over again, same credit cards. So that's going away. It's already saved, as we know, in secure tokens. We will be surfacing it. So you can just go ahead, choose from it, complete the payment, simple. And that will also rid of the duplicate problem that some of our clients face. So that will be addressed. Now, the second action item on this list, which is perhaps the biggest one, I would say, we are finally starting with the PSA integrations, starting off with Halo PSA, which is planned for third quarter, more like the end of third quarter.
So you sync invoices from Halo PSA to Zomentum payments directly, and
right.
Unlike not the accounting system as well.
Yes. So we will put Halo in the center of things. The invoices will be imported, the payments will be collected, and all the payment data will be synced back to Halo and to the accounting tool downstream. So your bookkeeper doesn't have to go ahead and do the manual reconciliation. It's all taken care of. Now, towards the end of Q3 to the start of Q4, I would say, ideally, we are also starting off with financial reports, which has also been requested for a long time. So any kind of transaction report or the financial snapshots over a defined period of time can be generated and also downloaded in-app.
That's lovely. That's in fact, thank you so much for kind of sharing those insights here. And to the audience, what we have for me, is a quick comparison sheet between Zomentum payments and our competitors. I'm not going to kind of read you through one by one. I'm going to just keep it live over here so that you guys can kind of have a look at it and see if it's the right fit for you or not, right? But meanwhile, I've got a couple of questions to Saurabh, right? So Saurabh, which growth feature do you normally think customers will adopt fastest, like based on the experience that you have?
Well, I definitely think the import to AI feature when MSPs are using vendor codes is one of the pretty solid feature which they can use to speed up the sales process, because it becomes a very tedious job when you're dealing with multiple vendors and different type of formats and you have to manually go and create them. So I pretty much am confident on that feature. Along with the better editor functionalities, I think it will be much more quicker for them to create codes and proposals, saving them time and focus on the sales part.
Perfect. And Srabana, one question for you, what's the bottleneck? What payment bottleneck was where customers struggling with the most, and how did we resolve it at the first place?
I would say it's mostly chasing payments and also collecting payments on recurring invoices, something which our autopay feature has very well taken care of. And there's also something called custom field filters, which allows our clients to selectively allow auto collect. So you have the option of choosing to auto collect some while letting go of the others. So that's a very powerful feature right now, and I see a lot of our clients are starting to use it. But all in all, autopay, and again, the second one, which I would say payment links, is gaining traction very well because of the standalone feature that it is. So yeah, together with this, I would say getting paid faster is becoming easy with Zomentum.
Perfect. So here's something that I wanted to share with the audience. We at Zomentum right now are opening up a new ecosystem to understand everything that we can build and deploy, right? So any feature that you think that you've been waiting on, right? I would ask, in fact, you would see one of our team member adding a link on the chat box so that you can go ahead and kind of submit your feature requests. Or, there's a form that we also would be adding. Go ahead and fill that out. If there's any feature that you want and that has to be kind of implemented, and what's the ETA that you're looking at, also kind of go ahead and list that out. Talking about rewards for this evening, or in fact for this morning, right? So depending on where you are, because you showed up, here's your reward, right? Anybody who's already who's joining us for on annual plan, you get a 25% discount of Zomentum Grow annual plan, right? And we also launched marketing services. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but then Zomentum marketing services is something that a lot of MSPs have been, in fact, I've started using, and it's working really wonderful for them, right? And that's given for free for one complete month. And this is available for both existing and new customers. And this offer is basically valid until the 30th of May of 2026. If any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is nelson@zomentum.com, or you will also have a link on the chat box so that you can also book a meeting with me. Any of the new folks who don't have Zomentum activated already, feel free to kind of reach out to us or to me using that link that's there on the chat box. And yes, if there's any other questions, I'm open to answering them. I do see that there's a lot of questions. I'm going to try and address one by one. Dylan, what happens after $100,000 in monthly transactions? It goes down to your existing transaction fees, right? So the applicable transaction fees is going to be added on, right? And Brett, I think our team will come back to you with that question, right? Simon has asked a question: is there a way to replicate formatting? For example, if I'm using a template or a block and I want to paste it and then additional text, is there a way to copy the existing formatting The answer is yes. New format, new formats also are supported in the AI, the new AI builder. Bob Michi has asked another question. Will the document import support Word formatted two-column contracts? Saurabh, is that possible?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay, that answers the question. Mohammed, thanks for, I'm so sorry I could, I'm taking your question at the end. Header and footer were also affected by the margins. I hope the issue is resolved now, and header and footer will remain full with if we apply margins to the documents. The answer is yes, right? And Victor has asked a new question, has asked another question. In the new editor, how can I prevent titles staying in one page and the paragraph in the other page at the same time of the printing? Saurabh, do you want to take that, or?
Yeah, I would like to understand more, like what.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think our team will reach out to you.
Perfect. So Victor will reach out to you to understand more about how exactly are you looking at this. Cindy, yes, a copy of this recording will be shared with you so that you can rewatch it whenever you're free. With that being said, that calls it a day, guys. Thank you, folks, and thank you everybody for joining joining the session. Srabana, Saurabh, thank you so much for kind of having, in fact, showing all of the new features that you have. Hopefully, we shall meet in the next feature release. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, guys.
Perfect. Thank you so much again, gentlemen and ladies. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.